Today I am going to rank every single Halloween Spotlight game. But before we're going to do this, if you haven't played this event, I'm going to explain it real quick and real fast for you. In the top what? In the top screen you see keys and runes. These items you need to unlock free UHC. How do you get these? There are 4 zones. You have here zone, you have there zone, you have there zone, and you have there zone. In those zones are games, and within each game there are some quests that you need to do. One quest is for the rune and one quest is for the key. After you have completed those, you will receive a rune and a key that will unlock areas with little puzzles. And these puzzles will include an award when completed. One of many Codex UHC, as you can see here. Each area costs a different amount of runes and keys to unlock. But once you have unlocked a rune path, you get 2, and afterwards you can still do 1, but with the keys. So in total you get 3 per route. There are 5 routes, and after you have collected all, there's a head prize. If you have played 27 fully completed games of the entire Halloween Spotlight, you will receive the head prize that you can find in the cave around one of these, Keepsaken or the Demons. It is a good looking prize. That is, in its short, what you need to do for this event. We got more info about that head prize, so you need to play in total 27 games fully, and you could skip 4 to make it easier for yourself. Now, let's go to the ranking tier list. So, here we are at our game tier list of the Halloween Spotlight. There are in total 31 games, and I'm going to give my honest opinion about this event. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rank them on my opinion, and most of the time my opinion is: was it fun to play? Was it hard to play? Was it easy? Was it hard? Did it take long or not? Kinda like that situation. We have S to straight F tier, 31 games, but first of all, Roblox should have added more, because they said they are going to add at least 35 games. But let's not go ahead of ourselves. Let's place that on the side, throw it away, and let's rank these games. Starting with Epic Minigames. Oh. Hello? What? So, Epic Minigames. In my opinion, it is a B tier. I haven't really played this. And the fact that you need to be sitting in a server until you get specific amount of or specific games kinda annoys me, because the quests give like, oh yeah, can you grab these items and then help other people, but the specific games are needed, and sometimes you get 15 in a row where you just need to wait until you get finally in another zone. Because I got 15 in a row that were only a survival, and I needed control ones. But in general, it is a fun game to play, and it was pretty fun to do so. So it's still B. Next is Untitled Tag Game, straight S tier. The animation, the entire event game was the best thing there is. maybe the best of the entire event, okay? You cannot tell me that you don't like the Untill tag one. That one was the best on the animation one, no doubt. No doubt that it was bad. Next, Banana Eats C. The reason why I place it at C is because it was just you needed to collect pumpkins. Farther than that was really nothing in it. And the most annoying part was if people voted you and voted on a specific different map, then you couldn't collect the pumpkins on there. Because there were pumpkins in the main lobby, in the bananas lobby, and in the maps, of course. But once you have collected those, and people select the same map, there are no pumpkins. So, it is so annoying. Next up, we got Bloxburg. I'm going to place this also at the C because you really didn't have to do anything. The first step was collect 500 candies. The only thing that I did was joining and rejoining so I could get houses way easier. Sure, sure. I would have placed this on a B if the last task wasn't so stupid. You needed to do way too much. You needed to do way too hard things. It wasn't hard, it just took a long time. If you hadn't watched any videos of any tips, and that is just something that I didn't like about that one. The next one that we have is Build a Zoo. Also C tier. The reason why the C tier and not B tier is because the quests that you needed to do was like collect candy. Okay, fine. How do you collect candy? By doing these kinds of quests. These kinds of quests were almost not doable because if you're a starter, you needed to spend more than 5 hours playing that game. But at least they daily reset. So this one took like 1 to 2 days for me to finally actually complete. It was like, bro, why? Alright, adopt me. A. It was simple, it wasn't hard, and it had to be done, and it was completed within 30 minutes. The waiting was kinda annoying, but at the end it was the most simplest and most easiest thing there is. It didn't really had any very specific things, so A is maybe a little bit over dramatic. Let me place it at B because it doesn't really deserve it if it doesn't do really anything. Fish. Fish is also going on the B tier. The reason is because they didn't really do anything else. The only thing that it doesn't make it go through A is if you're a starter and never have played fish. Like, what are you doing first of all? But you need to get the spooky rod, and it takes you, well, not now anymore. Back in the day, it took you 50 minutes. Now it will take you maybe 20 minutes to collect the materials for the spooky rod, but they made you catch 5 enchantments on fish in the area, and that's everything. Literally what they did. They gave you some boats, they gave you some stuff. That was nice, and that's why it's on a B, because they didn't really have done anything. In the other ones, they have like done, oh yeah, other areas and shit, but this time no. Funky Friday, A. The reason I'm going to say A is because they added an entire new area, an entire new section, 8 different new characters with at least per character 5 different songs, where we needed to play like 10 and then complete it above a specific stat. It was great, it was fun to try, even though I'm not a pro at it. I completed them all with only one failing on the hard one. I was like 73% and they asked me 75%. I was like, shit. 99 in 99 99 Nights in the Forest. B tier. This game I never really liked until now. I played this for the event and saw how the game was like introduced to me. So it was fun, but the quests were pretty hard because you needed to find 5 houses and try to go in night trick-or-treating on them. And it was pretty hard because you had the deer, you had the owl, you had the ram, you had wolves, you have the alpha wolves. But in general, it was a good experience. That's why I'm placing it B and nothing higher or lower. Then we get Michael Zombies A tier. It was one of the best ones I have seen so far. The things you needed to do for Michael Zombies were pretty cool. You had a new map, you had to do different stuff, you have different zombies, you needed to do Halloween trick-or-treating. Well, it was not trick-or-treating, it was more like pumpkin finding and then trick-or-treating with the living pumpkin. I liked it, and besides that, the key one was also pretty cool because you could explore different kinds of maps, and it gave you a little bit more interest in the game. Let's say that. Next up, we have Armless Detective S tier. If you don't like any kinds of detective stuff, I get it. But this game, in my heart, is one of the best games I ever have seen. It is simple but hard at the same time. You need to use your brain for this one. But it was fun. They had one map, and also the end boss fight was brilliant. Was so fun, and if you failed, you got a small, funny joke. And I like that. I liked it a lot. Because it was just like one of those games where you don't suspect that it's in an event and it is in the event, so you're very excited for it, and it has also given a lot. If you have played it, you know why. Alright, Happy. Happy I'm going to place on B. I'm going to place it on B because was very repetitive. Because you needed to do some tasks and it didn't require that much effort, but at the same time it costs a lot of time. And for me, time is something that I didn't want to waste. But Happy, it was a cool game. I'm not going to place it lower or higher. B is a good place because I felt like, why is it just repeating? I just need to do. I need to scan this amount. I need to complete this. I need to win a few times on the road. It's just constantly repeating and repeating and repeating over and over again. I didn't like it repeatedly, but when I was the monster or when I'm playing, it was fine for the gameplay. Next up, we got Doors A. I'm placing it at A and not at S because they didn't really add any new map, and I'm kind of disappointed in Doors of doing that. They combined the maps with each other, like the Halloween one, the outside one, and the what's it called? The normal map. Very sick. You need to trick or treat at 50 houses and escape 50 rooms. Pretty easy. But at the same time, if you were with 8 people, these guys did it for you. So why would you do that? It's like, oh yeah, I joined the game and I don't need to do anything more or anything less. I didn't like that, but straight up, I played it solo and I kind of liked it alone. I beat it and I got to door 100 before I just died, and I'm like, bro, that's it. Next up, we got the Mimic. The Mimic I'm going to place at C. Why? It is because the first game that you needed to play was a remix, or literally the same that they did in the last Halloween event. Like, bro, step up your game. The only reason why it's not F is because they added a new level with no, that was the Mimic. Hold on. I'm mixing the Mimic with Blair. But after all, Blair stays on C tier. Well, was it C tier? I'm going to place it at B tier because it was just the most simplest thing. I didn't die once. You needed to find a code. There was a map, and it was pretty easy to do so. Why did I combine this game with the Mimic? What? But in general, Blair, pretty good game, but I suspected more instead of just finding a code and placing 4 crystals on a specific spot in the map, and then boom, you completed it. I suspected more from the game, but in general, what do I need to suspect? Next up, Restaurant Tycoon Dream, A tier. This game was fun to play. A little bit grindy, but still fun to play. I was a beginner. I've played the first one and the second one, but not the third one, so it was new for me. But in general, it was pretty fun to play. You got to witness like the gameplay, you got to explore a little bit, you got to other people's houses. Nothing more, nothing less to add really. Next up we got the Racket Rifles, is it called, I think? I'm going to place this also at the B tier because the first quest was pretty much doable. The second quest was also good doable, but still it was like the most mid-tier game event quest that you needed to do. And if you left or you got disconnected, you needed to do the entire thing over, and it was like, why, bro? Why? It was so bad every single time that you left, at least. But in general, it was pretty good. Just, just hit it through 25 things. Good to, good to do and win 6 times. That was pretty fun to do. That's why I'm putting at B. Maybe at A, I don't know. I'm just 50-50, but I'm aiming more at the B side because you needed to do a lot of teamwork because the 1v1s are always out. Next up, we got Strongman Simulation. Strongman Simulation goes to straight S tier because what you needed to do was just like, why? First of all, you needed to unlock a specific area by already grinding for an hour, and then you needed to do another time of that in the bridge making, and it was just annoying. It was just over repeat, but this time extra annoying. What I didn't like. Next up, we have NFL. Most of the time, I don't like this game, but because it was pretty easy and good doable, I'm going to place it at the B. Because it was just so easy and you could have done it within like 20 to 30 minutes. That is how easy it was. Like, it was good doable for everybody. Next up we have a Death Thrills, straight up F tier. If you haven't played Death Thrills anytime like me, you cannot physically do this quest, or you need to join pros all of a sudden. But there is no physically way that you can compete in this. You need to go to a town and fight 2 pumpkins, while there are zombies with guns and dynamite chasing you, where you have no kit and the basic train. What are you supposed to do with that, bro? Straight up F tier. And after all, you need to beat the Halloween team. I couldn't even complete that one, besides the first one. Like, why? Next up, we have the Mimic. C tier. The reason why I'm placing it at C tier is what I already said. They used the map of the 2024 The Hunt event, and I'm kinda sad about it, but they added another map and that made up for it. With the boss fights, I'm kinda between B and C, but I'm still placing it at C because the boss fight is kinda stupid with the laser that they have. Next up, we have keys. Keys goes for me at an A, I think. It was good doable, pretty easy. It was fun to play, and after all, it was a good, very good game. I didn't have any complaints. It was pretty easy, and I went through it like a simple man, simply handling the items and stuff. Next up, we have, what is this? Heroes. I'm going to place this at C. The reason why I'm going to place this at C is just because it's not because it is a tower defense. It's because it was just annoying to do. It was, oh yeah, you place it down and you suspect, oh yeah, I have everything maxed out. Nothing comes true. There are entities that come true, and you are not liking that, and that happened to me. I'm like, bro, why? It is so annoying, but in general, it's just a tower defense game. Nothing special, nothing more. Then we have the weird gun game Halloween event, A tier. It was a good game. You get an item, you need to survive 20 rounds, kill 75 zombies. Good doable, and if you haven't played the game, you still got a good gun. Otherwise, just play 3 rounds and you have enough money to buy the most standard gun that I used also. It's not that hard. Next up, we have Jeff. Jeff, you're going to be. The first quest was kinda annoying. The second quest was also kinda annoying. But, after all, it was a good and fun game. Nothing more, nothing less to do about, okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Jeff is okay. Next up, Driving Empire, C tier. You only needed to drive over 300 zombies. Do you know how boring that is? But at least it was simple, and it didn't take way too long. It didn't take like way too long. Alright? Next up, Guts and Black Powder, F tier. I'm not going to explain much, but I'm going to say I hate the fact that you are needing to work with people in any kinds of games if it comes to events. I hate that so much. Also in the takeover, I hated it so much. I was very active and I didn't have a very active clan. But Guts and Black Power is one of those games where you need to play with each other and defeat a specific mob and do a specific quest. Those are pretty hard to do if you also get swarmed by 50,000 zombies. Next up, we got Dress to Impress. I mean, C tier. The first quest was pretty basic. Let me place it at B tier because the second quest was Dress to Impress X doors, kind of, because they added, like, you know, doors like level 50 the entity that they did that in Dress to Impress, and I think that was pretty good to do. Then we have Patata School. I'm also going to place this one at B tier because it was the last game that I've played in this event, and I completed it in my first try. It was a good game, but it was also pretty hard because you needed to figure out how the fuck you needed to get that specific key in that specific room with a specific portal in level 3. That was kind of annoying, but in general, good to do. You needed to also collect 20 pumpkins, I think, in total, so not in one round, but yeah, whatever. Then we have our machine simulation, also B tier. This one, BC. I'm going to place it at C because it's the same as like the strongman. Here you needed to do a little bit more, Then that, and also parkour was also annoying. But it is simulations. This what do you suspect them to do? Nothing more, nothing really special, you know. But in general, it was a good to. It it took a little while, an hour or so, but in general, it was way too easy. So let's see. Then we have World Zero F tier. The first quest doesn't even count, bro. You're not saying, oh yeah, find 3 pumpkins, and then after that, I need to defeat an 135 level boss in my own 28 to 30 level. Are you fucking crazy? I was like, okay, that's fine. I maybe do good damage. I don't do a single tick of damage. And that is why I hate it so much. And the last one that we have is, of course, Tower Garden Tower Defense. I think if it is called like that. I forgot the name. But this one is also going on the seat here because I just don't like these new kinds of tower defenses. Like the normal tower defense, the skibbity tower defense, and the what's the other one called, military one or something? I don't know. I like the normal ones, but I don't like these new ones. Well, this is my tier list about every single game in the Halloween spotlight. That doesn't mean I hate these F tier games, because I actually love playing those games. This is just a tier list how I feel and my opinion about what the games did in the event. And hey, if you like this and want to see more or a live stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to click that notification bell. And hey, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite game to play in the event? Thunder out. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.